Welcome to the DMR Tier 1 Round 2 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in the United Arab Emirates. We are here to have a fantastic race today. Let's see how it goes out. We're a bit late, sorry guys, but here we are. Today I am joined by my fella Nikolidis. I'm Invalid. Welcome.
Hello guys. Tier 1, pretty hyped. Currently at the start. Let's see how the drivers can cope with this circuit, which I think it has not been raced by many of them. It's a track that most drivers won't prefer. Not only in league racing, but generally.
Yeah, we actually raced this one quite a few weeks ago, just recently at the end of season 1. You might remember. Back then Katashi and me were streaming it and commentating, and we talked about the issues of this track, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but yeah, basically with the position of the DRS straights and the chicane in between and the corners before and after, it can be quite challenging to actually get the overtake done and keep it within the lap, because yeah, sector 3 and sector 1 are pretty hard to overtake, and sector 2 can mess with you a bit. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. In qualifying, what do you expect? Like, what do you think of strategy wise?
To be honest, I don't really know the strategy the drivers are gonna follow, but I guess it's gonna be a solid medium hard, which is I think the most common strategies in most tracks.
Yeah,
but we maybe see drivers going soft hard, maybe because they will want to get that pole.
Yeah, maybe. Also, soft medium is a decent strategy here with the safety cars we had. Now there's a new patch, if I caught that correctly, so I think that was toned down a bit, but yeah, we have to see. Maybe there will still be quite a bit few safety cars.
Yeah, the new patch is pretty broken when it has to do with safety cars, as now Killer By is going to start his flying lap. Yeah, there are lots of strong drivers out there, like Killer By, Contender, Luigi, Adam. So many great drivers out there, and I'm very excited to see them racing.
Yeah, like especially with now the default grid, Rinden is back in position. Last week we had him, he was not around to recycle him RF. Actually took his place and kind of dominated the race, so let's see what Rinden can do in his new season. Late start.
As Killer Bike goes past, I think the most difficult section of the track. Those two chicanes, and then going into the start of the third sector right there. The fast turns are pretty hard to follow.
Yeah. Now coming in this this fast right-hander, it's pretty hard to spot your perfect braking spot, but yeah, he nailed that one. He didn't have a great first sector though, like he went pretty wide, and it's actually already second part of second. Oh, Gary now missing the entry of the pit the pit entry. So Killer by 134 6 35 6, sorry, and
yeah, it's not a very good time, to be honest.
Nah,
if we compare them to Luigi's.
Yeah, he messed up the hairpin after right at the start of sector 2. Meanwhile, Luigi put it on pole. Yeah, Burke now in P2, Furious in P2. Icewind actually behind Killer as well as Motocrosser. Interesting. Let's see. So we have Sebok now about to finish his lap. Let's see where he
Oh,
finishes.
Contender's gone wide. Yeah, I was watching Contender. He went wide into the fight in that right-hander.
Okay. Oh, meanwhile, Seba put in a decent banker lap, putting him on P2 and a 134.
Yeah, Contender
Ooh.
is struggling a lot. I can see. But he still
Okay.
manages to put a decent lap. Not
Yeah,
very good.
Ozone Ruthful actually has put
Yeah, with
quite
the
an
medium.
impressive time on the mediums. That will gonna put that will put quite a benchmark on the other guys. Like Icewind is over a second off that time. He will probably improve, but like considering you just have one medium, the question
Yeah,
is
he will have an advantage.
yeah, like strategy wise for sure. I think most people can beat that time if they go on softs. It's just do they want to go on softs and compromise their race start with it. Not so optimal strategy, but hey, early phase is probably a good bet for a safety car, so you might get away with it.
Yeah, and also you have to be consistent with that strategy. You must have the same pace. You must have that strong pace to make that strategy work. Otherwise, you're screwed.
Sure. So, someone else put in a time. I didn't catch it.
I think it's the McLaren of Savzo. No, it's not a good time with the hards.
That might be true. Yeah, he's just doing a few quick laps to get his eye in line and then gonna put in a medium time or something like that. Brendan's still in the pits, Gary on his out lap. Let's follow around Gary. What can he do on the mediums? Not the
Luigi's also on his out lap. He wants to, I don't know,
yeah,
take advantage of the clear track right now in the clean air.
yeah, but yeah, we can pay attention to him when he is about to start his lap. So meanwhile, Gary doing a decent job on his mediums. Expected time, looking okay. So coming up here, one of the most annoying corners, this one.
He went pretty deep though, I think, at the chicane, and I think, I don't know if he got invalidate.
I don't think so. Nope.
Yeah, he continues to push.
Okay.
Oh.
That was a bit wide.
Yeah, he went pretty wide there.
Nailed it, breaking the spot. I thought he might have
almost locked up. He almost locked up.
Yeah. Might be a good time. Oh, last corner, he didn't nail it on the start, but doing a good job on the finish. Yeah, that is P9 for him on mediums. Only Ruthful ahead of him, like quite a margin, but yeah, that is still an impressive time. So,
as all the soft runners are on their out laps.
Yeah, apart from Luigi, let's have a look how he gets through the traffic. Now coming up to the chicane.
No, I think he didn't. No, I think he gave up the lap, but I think he's
still using quite a lot of ERS. And he's up his time, I don't think so.
Yeah, great performance for Luigi.
So far? Sure, very true. The guys are giving him a lot of space, which is great to see.
Yeah, respect between the driver. It was, I think, the Toro Rosso of a motocrosser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a motocrosser.
Yeah.
Let's see now his time. He's 2/10 down, I believe.
He
Wow.
found 4/10.
He's
134.2.
flying.
Yeah.
Awesome lap. Awesome lap.
With track evolution in the competition, do you expect a 133 as pole, or do you think that's out of reach?
Yeah, Furious didn't complete his lap. I think he gave up on that.
Yeah, Renan is about to finish his lap. He doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I thought he might put it in a wall, but he kept it
Raffle now
together.
with the soft compound.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't a great time, Renan. 134.5. We've seen the. Okay. So. Bruce will now on soft, as you said. About to finish his outlap. Let's see if Sebo can improve after sector 2. Oh, he's up 2.5 tenths. Out is in the pits. Picks were improved. Okay, a good seconds. Putting him on P5. Work also a bit up on his time. Putting it on P2, very nice.
Yeah, also very good time. Some yellow flags in the third sector. I think it was Toro Rosso going slow. Last contender now come out of the last turn, and he does not improve. Wow, contender is really off the pace. Not only today, but last week I see him race. He has lost a lot of time there, as Adam with not a time yet. Now he's on his flying lap.
Oh, finally.
And
27.9. 57.9, sorry. In sector 2. That is not the best, if I recall correctly. Yeah, not even close.
let's see the Adam's time. Oh, as he slides and
Oh god.
he's in the wall. Oh my goodness. The last turn.
Yeah, that is too bad. Damn.
All he had to do was just...
Yeah, he waited a bit too long and pushed in too hard for his banker lap. I don't know why he tried so hard. There was.
I think he's also lagged into the wall. Wow, that's too bad. Though now
Yeah, that is.
Nice.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Okay, so Soft's on his medium lap. Let's see what he does. Before Luigi on provisional pole, work on P2, Sebok on P3, Ruth on P4, Todd on P5. So, Rinrin is nowhere to be seen. He got to improve. Contender also. Gary could be higher up. Well, as I think Furious and Jim shouldn't be underestimated. But it's so hard, this grid is so competitive, like Icewind being in P15 on soft, is that actually a soft time? Press the right button. Best. Yeah, okay, that's a medium time, okay. So. Yeah, we'll have to see what he does. What do we have from people on the outlet now? Well, Luigi starts his outlet now, let's see. 134.2. Let's see if he can improve.
3 minutes remaining at the session currently.
Yeah. So,
as we might see all the soft runners now come up on the track. So I think the strategy will be soft, medium, medium, except if we have a wet start, but I think it's nearly impossible in Yas Marina.
I actually have never seen a wet race in Yas Marina in this game ever.
Yeah, me too, but you never know.
Sure.
Codemasters may keep us a surprise.
So, Sector 2, he's up a bit. 600, so nailing that chicanes there. That was pretty great. So, Brendan also on his lap. We have to see what he can do. After actually retiring, so he's not gonna start further ahead, so...
He's so accurate with his cornering, and
I think he's just like, I don't give a fuck, because like there's nobody close to challenging him now. If he puts it in a wall, he does it. Ooh,
wow,
that was close.
what a time! What a time! Almost went to 133.
Yeah, that was really close. So, Rinrin now coming into Sector 2 as everybody else is on the outlap still.
Toth is also 1/10 up. So if Wrathful does not improve, he might come as well into the second row, but yeah, let's see. His time as Wrathful now starts his flying lap. Wrathful, one of the strongest drivers.
Yeah, let's see. Rinrin finishing his lap first. He was up quite a bit, 4/10 or something. So, and here we go. 34.7. That was good enough for P2, but really close to his teammate.
Wow, Rinrin, yes.
Ooh, shit.
P2, it's 2-3 right now for Red Bull as Killer by retires.
Yeah, Zotex put it in war. I wonder if he could not escape.
Oh, Killer by crashed, and I don't know if it was on purpose or he lost control under braking. As Toth now improves, so it's Sebok.
Icewind put it on P2 in the meantime. That was a pretty good result. 134.7.
But still there are 7/10 of Luigi, who's currently flying right now. Except of, let's see now, Wrathful is 5/10 down his best time as he goes into the third sector.
Ooh, there was a bit of a drift there. That cost him time, hopefully not too much.
Let's see now where is he gonna put that Mercedes.
Oh, it was his own. Well, it was
yeah,
Invalid,
he didn't improve.
He didn't improve. I don't know.
Oh no!
It was.
Oh, he's big too!
Holy
so close!
What lag
so
was
close,
that? Oh my god. Yeah, that was a 134, 043. He was like 23.
Great race.
Yeah, already. 23.
Let's see now, Verk
milliseconds.
goes to P3 and pushes his teammate out of the second row.
Yeah, kinda expected that. Let's see what Sebok does. He's about to finish his lap. He improves by quite a bit, going into P3 now himself. 34.4. Great time. So, Icewind from P2 to P5. Brendan P6. Pixel and Tosh.
It's the Ferrari currently on. No, it's. He's too slow. He's gonna go right into the pits, or he's gonna retire. I think he's gonna finish off there.
Like, what you mean, Jim, or Jim couldn't improve, I guess. 34.7.
So Luigi's at the pole with Wrathful very close to him.
Yeah, P3 was Sebok. And P4 was Verk, and then Ice One Brendan, Legend of Thoth, and we can see the rest, guys. Adam starting at the back, of course, retiring his car. That was pretty hard to watch, but hey, that happens. Well, let's see what he can do in the race.
Contender also with P13. I thought I would see him in around P5, P4 and even contest pole position, but seeing him down there, it's also pretty hard.
True. Well, maybe he's struggling with the setup, or he just doesn't enjoy the track as most people don't, and not training as much. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so at least we have a dry session, kinda as expected, but yeah, we have to see.
Let's see. So yeah, the session is dry. What a surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, drivers currently looking up for their strategies. I think the two strategies are either two stop or one stop, but I think two stop is faster around here. If, as I said before, you can have that same consistent pace as Donut Hole joins the session, and I don't know, is he racing here or?
He is
Oh,
quite...
and Sapso's out of the session.
What is going on? Okay. So Sapso has rejoined, so he can race for sure.
I don't know, because Zodax is currently on P16 and then it's Adam on P18. I don't know if it's the same for you in the leaderboard.
It is, but if you rejoin Information Lab, it should be fine. I hope, right? It would be quite...
I don't think, because the AI it's not on the track. The McLaren...
Yeah, sure.
I can't see the McLaren, so... I think it's game over for Sapso. Wow.
That is pretty bad. Okay, so let's see.
Lots of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sapso left the session. Oh god.
Gary going for the hard tires, really wanting to go along. And Ferrari's splitting the strategy as well as the Alphas. And yeah, then Zotax and Adam on the medium tires and everybody else on the softs. So
yeah, let's see. Luigi is currently leading the pack with Rathul behind and Sebok.
Yeah, usually
Behind
information
them.
lab stuff.
Yeah, the top three are really close to each other and very isolated from the rest of the pack, but now Luigi is backing up a little bit.
Yeah, Adam is quite far behind. And they just spawned a few cars on the grid, so there was a little bit of contact between a Renault and McLaren. I guess it was Kiloby and Pixel. As we can swap through. We have a fantastic view of the bay, of the harbor. Great camera work there. Thank you, Codemasters. Lovely.
I still have a pretty bad camera right now.
Yeah, it sucks. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. I think Luigi got a better start, but Ozon's also go. As Sebox is currently side by side with Wrathful. As Wrathful, oh, there's a bit of contact there between the two of those. As the McLaren of Pixel is trying to go around the outside, and so much stuff going on. The two Ferraris are currently battling. As Motocross is gonna make the move to P10 and he's gonna make that move stick as the Renault killer bike. I think there was contact behind there, and now Rathful very close to Luigi. He's gonna have the slipstream. Is he gonna dive? No. Didn't span us. Oh, there's contact there. Toth keeps the position. And now Pixel's gonna have the advantage. I think the setup is pretty bad for straight line.
Yeah, you have some mic issues, so let's see what's going on. Motocrosser and Merge driving into the back. Motocrosser is more, he tries to gain something.
Contender's also gone wide there, and he's down to P14.
Yeah, he lost a bit of positions. That's why for our first penalty, like 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Wow.
That doesn't look right. So.
Oh, Verk's round.
Oh, was there some contact or?
No.
Merge in the pits. Meanwhile, probably needing him in the front wing. Yeah.
We've seen Verk do that a lot of times, to be honest. As Contenders and Merge and Contender also retired. Yeah, ooh. Wow.
What's just going on? Well, so far just yellow flags, no safety car. So the
Rathful now, he's very close to Luigi. He's saving ERS. No DRS open yet. But Killer Bike is very close to Toth. He looked for a move, but it was just not there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do that in the last sector. Icewind getting a 3-second penalty now. But
he's currently P5.
Oh, there's a yellow flag going on this time.
Oh, as Killer Bike went wide there, and he touched with Pixel. I don't think Pixel has any damage. No, he doesn't. As DRS gets enabled, and now Rathful has a serious chance to get in front, as there are yellow flags on the first sector. I do not know why.
Me neither. Well, now coming up onto the main straight, as you can call it, the DRS straight. Ruto now in the slipstream of Luigi. Luigi trying for a defensive move, I guess. Yeah, covering the inside, as you should. Now Ruto tries to go for the outside. Luigi pushes him a bit wide, but that's how you defend the position there.
Slide a bit. Rathful, and he lost time, but he's still gonna try to gain that speed with TRS and slipstream, but he's too far to try and do something.
Yeah, and that's what I meant when I said overtaking on this track can be kinda hard, even though the straight with the DRS is so long. Like,
Gary goes wide, and he also touched. Oh, I think he touched with Adam. I think Gary has to give the position to Adam, and that's what he's doing right now, I believe.
Yeah, he just gave it back.
Sebok is also trying.
Yeah, he's staying with the front runners pretty close.
Yeah.
It helps that they're battling it out a bit, but still doing a good job.
And Icewind is right at the back of Rin.
Yeah, but these two have dropped quite far behind now. Nearly 3 seconds behind the top 3. As well as Killer Bee trailing Icewind with about 2 seconds, so Not that much going on, but as we hit the main straight, let's see if this one can now gain anything with the DRS again. But yeah, he's just harvesting at the moment, and
But I think he will make the move. They're both breaking late. That's very good defense
yeah,
from Luigi. Great stuff.
yeah. Basically, you have to pass on the straight because in the chicane it doesn't work that great, but then you get DRS on the second part. As Ruther goes past in the first, in the second straight, like Luigi turned down his DRS, didn't really defend that too hard.
Yeah, he made the moved stick.
Yeah, but Luigi knows that he can keep up with him and like trail him and then use the ERS, use the DRS to fill up the ERS and save a bit of fuel. So that's just the usual switcheroo. We'll probably see that for quite a bit more. It always depends on who harvests more efficient and then can use it to lose the other one, even though he has DRS and the slipstream and all that mess. So yeah, Icewind, they're trailing Rin. Not much going on there.
Luigi is very close, and Sebok is also very close now to Luigi. He managed to catch up with the battle they had.
Yeah, the position change obviously benefited him. So Luigi this time with the DRS.
Icewind will have the DRS. Let's see, Rin will leave the inside line for Icewind, and that's gonna be a fairly easy move. But Rin is gonna try to go around the outside. No, it's too risky, and I'm sorry, Icewind's gonna keep the position as Luigi goes side by side with Wrathful. Wrathful breaks later. Luigi's trying to keep that inside line going to the next right-hander, but Wrathful keeps the lead. And now Sebok is very close.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see that Rin couldn't really contest that position. He had no ERS, and Icewind had everything he needed to get past him. Now, still, like the gap got pretty big. 5 seconds between Icewind and the top 3. Meanwhile,
the top 3
and the rest of the field catched up. So Rin and Icewind not really gaining that much pace.
Yeah, the top 3 are really fast right now.
Yeah.
But Sebok is currently sitting behind them, not harvesting at all. I think his main goal is try and keep behind those two, because this is when they are going to maybe he will get an easy podium, but who knows. As Icewind now has cut the gap from 5 seconds to and in its round he's down to P11, P12 and
13,
even lower.
That is really bad for him, like such an important position to not win the rear out. But yeah, like Luigi still hugging the gearbox of Ruthor.
It's absolute disaster from Red Bull.
Ooh, as Pixel goes around the outside of Killer V, that was a nice move. Fantastic. So
top 3 really close to each other, as Verx is going slow again. I don't know why.
yeah, he's probably just on hards. Like his race is pretty much over unless he can like do the full race distance on these tires. And like you can do that, but they're gone at some point. So Sebok now coming into the pit lane, putting on his medium, so that's a 2-stopper confirmed for him. Oh, Rinrin coming in and getting a 5 seconds. And also pitting for the mediums, yeah. Well as Pixel.
Oh, so Sebok is surely going for the 2-stop.
Yep.
He dived into the pit lane. Raffle is not under pressure from Luigi at all.
No, not really, no.
He has a very good pace. And Luigi isn't harvesting at all, but now he's gonna cover the inside line and then go to the normal racing line, and that prevents Luigi trying to try and do something.
Sure. Meanwhile...
But he pretty close.
Wait. There was a little bit of contact, wasn't there? As Furious went around the outside of Legend of Thoth. Yeah, now the softs are falling apart and the mediums showing their bean and their benefits. Like Furious starting on them. Meanwhile, Thoth running in
Raffle is on the pits and he's gonna try to do the undercut on Luigi, but let's see now where is Sebok and if he's gonna make that undercut work. I don't think so, as Ozone now...
Oh, I think he did.
Yeah,
I think he pulled it off.
it's gonna be very close, but Raffle is in front, I think.
Sure. Yeah, he defended that overcut pretty great. But he's on soft tires. Okay, that is interesting. I don't know what his plans are. Maybe soft, medium, but I think that's possible. But it is a bit of a stretch, like going 10 to 12 laps on the mediums is fine. As Russo now going past Adam on the old mediums. Well, game says he's lapped, he's not, yeah. So,
He's currently 17 seconds off Luigi, so I think it's gonna be a pretty easy undercut for Raffle and he's gonna get in front, but I don't know how much these soft tires gonna last, as he gets a 3-time second penalty.
Oh yeah, so that puts Sebok in a perfect position.
Oh, the two Mercedes go side by side, and Raffle will get the position.
Yeah, I didn't expect too much to come from that one. Zotax on the old tires, he's known to be a very, very kind racer.
But it was really dangerous.
That was
The way they went side by side, and the part that the track goes very narrow.
Yeah. No,
and it's very to get understeer. Yeah, sorry for cutting you.
No worries. Sebok trading Zotax now getting past him. And we get a fastest lap from Pixel. So that is pretty nice. Let's see if Thoth or Ozone can beat that, I guess. Meanwhile, Russo passes Furious. And we'll probably seek to hunt down all the other guys. So, Luigi in the front. Let's see the leader's gap. Russo now down to 13 seconds, so I guess Luigi has lost the strategy game. Oh, he actually lost it. He lost the car. Damn, he spun in sector 3 at the beginning, and now like he had a pretty big gap, but he lost 6 seconds from that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is energy.
And
yeah, that's energy.
And that maybe. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, man.
It's fine. I was just hustling. No, he comes into the pits. His strategy is pretty screwed. So yeah. No
Let's
chance.
see the tires he's gonna choose. I think I can see a yellow stripe, and yeah,
Yeah, he's also going for the mediums. Okay, meanwhile Killer Bee retired. I didn't catch what happened to him. Maybe I can see a car on track.
I think he's way off the track, so he was way off the track, so I think it was
a contact between Jim and Berg? I don't know. Okay, the car.
Oh, you have a safety car!
Oh, we actually do. I didn't catch that one, so that explains why Renwin comes into the pits now, and I guess let's see who else comes in. I don't expect too many. Motocrosser probably will come into the pits. I don't know
though why he chose the soft tire. He could choose the hard tire and just go to the end.
You mean Luigi? Or who are you referring to?
Oh, I was talking about Rinrin, who saw the safety car before before getting into the pit.
Okay, yeah, I guess that is because like the hards, bringing them to the end, you either have to stretch the softs too much or you have to stretch the hards pretty much, and they're very, very slow. So you have quite a big of advantage if you don't pit, but that can be hunted down, and if so, you're the sitting duck and can't do shit. Oh, work now, getting a 5-second penalty for a collision with Jim. So.
Yeah, but what I say is that he could pit, but he could get the hard tire and just go to the end.
Yeah, but
because now with the safety car, if everyone's gonna pit,
nah, hardly anybody is gonna pit. Like the medium runners will pit and the motocrosser will pit.
Yeah, motocrossers, Otax, Icewind. Oh no, Icewind is up.
No. It's just Gary on the hards, motocrosser on the softs, and the medium guys that were Furious, and Adam and Zotax, I think. So 4 cars in the pit. Zotax actually going for the medium hard strategy, so he will not stop again, but we will see how much he gains from that. And I'd say not too much. Like he has to do 17 laps on tires that are probably a second slower. That gets close to 20 seconds, and then they degrade a bit as well. So let's see.
Yes. Now Sebok got the free pit stop and he's up to pit 2 with the Luigi mistake.
Yeah, he pitted with Roosevelt, but actually a lap earlier, so he could pit again for another set of mediums and go to the end, but I think that's not the best strategy at this point. I don't know. Up to him, I guess. But yeah, at the moment he's in P2 and I don't see who would challenge that in the near future. Like Luigi actually caught on a bit, but yeah, he lost quite a bit of time, and Icewind has shown not to have the pace of the other guys. So maybe that changes on the medium stint, but we have to see.
And Verk also pitted.
Yeah, as well as Jim.
Is the safety car going to do another lap?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, because like look at where Jim and Verk are. They're on the other side of the map. And Rinnan also hasn't closed in. So that one. So that, yeah, it's not really helping. So Roger is pretty pissed with how slow Jim is. But Jim is not ruining his new tires in the safety car period, I guess. He could actually gain quite a bit of time, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bot. But if it was a bot, then he should go or something. I don't know.
Yeah, why not? Jim is going very slow, and Verx is literally behind Jim, and I don't know if he's doing that on purpose, Jim.
that would be a funny dick move.
I think Verx It's about to overtake Jim.
He mustn't. It's yellow flags, safety car. You mustn't overtake. You would get a.
I know, but look at what he's doing.
Yeah, they're actually closing in now, but it's still very slow. I don't know. Might be a bot. Might be. I don't know. So, with the slower safety cars moving, they might be able to catch up to the rest.
I don't think it's a bot though, because his lines are pretty good for a human, and us versus
Well, let's see how he brakes. You can judge it by how he brakes, because bots just have this stuttering. And,
yeah, look how fast he shifted down. It's clearly not a bot.
Yeah. Also, the pattern you can see from the brake input also pointed out that it doesn't look like a bot. So yeah, Jim actually.
What happened with Adam?
He got a 3-second for multiple warnings in corner cutting, I guess.
So we're having another lap.
I guess.
Of
Yeah. Safety car didn't say it comes in. Does it? Oh, no. Ah, there it is. Yeah, okay. So safety car comes in. Not another lap. But meanwhile, Jim and Berg actually managed to close the gap quite a bit. Now we'll go back to interval and see. Yep. Right. Where they are. And back to racing it is. As Zotax actually losing quite a bit of positions there. But
yeah, Russell got a
yeah.
better start.
How did Adam get past him and Runen behind him? That was interesting. Either way. So,
Jim also got past.
Ooh, Runen now diving down the inside of the chicane, knowing very well there's no DRS and wanting to play with his tire advantage, so that was a nice move. Now he's got to hunt down Adam. Sorry, continue please. Okay, motocrosser losing in position to Furious. Zotax. Wait. Okay. Zotax and Gary and Jim are battling it out. With Jim on the losing end. And so my commentator just lost his connection, I guess. So I'm gonna solo cast. Alright, so yeah. 2 further laps for the DRS back enabled, so Iceland's trailing Sebok not in the pace to stick with Ruthful, as the tire disadvantage is quite a bit at the moment, but these softs on Ruthful will gonna die down quite a bit in the near future, so we have to see. As he puts in a stellar fastest lap 1:38.0, that is pretty good. So Iceland trailing Sebok, he wants to get past him, get the tire advantage, or like in the long run use his tire advantage to get maybe a decent result and get past Ruthful. And yeah, let's see how that turns out. As Luigi is trailing the guys too. He surely wants to come back for his P1 as Pixel and Furious are now battling it out and wiggling a bit. I don't know if that was contact or is it that was just a little wave to the other van. So no DRS, Furious tries to dive down the inside, gets a better braking spot off it because of his tire advantage and gets moved down. Pretty good job by him. That was right on the edge. And yeah, work. F and Jim Wong actually have gotten a few positions on Zotax, Gary and Adam. Adam actually is in P10, but the UI doesn't show that. Well, fantastic. So Jim actually having a tire advantage on work with his software versus the mediums, but can't really seem to lose it. Let's see how long that trail continues. Gary is actually behind on track as well as Zotax, so Zotax on the hards losing quite a bit of positions, and I don't think Adam is actually lapped. That would mean everybody else is lapped, and I don't think that's correct. So, especially not after the race, the safety car. But yeah, so DRS enabled. Gary gets a penalty. We can give a rundown. Like for short terms, Roosevelt has his 3 seconds. The other two top from the top runners like Luigi and Sabak don't have any. The next one is Icewind with a 3 seconds, as well as Legend of Thoth with a 3 seconds. Then we have Motocrosser, I think. No, it's actually Pixel and Motocrosser. They both have 3 seconds. And then there are a few other 3 seconds, but there's one guy. That is Gary. He has collected them all with a 15-second penalty at this point. That is quite impressive, Gary. So, we're coming onto the second DRS straight, Sebok with the DRS on Luigi, but can't really get shit done. Luigi getting past both of them, Icewind and Sebok, so actually Icewind lost out a bit. Didn't really pay too much attention, whatever. Todd's now trailing Furious. Lost out quite a bit with a little contact, I think, or something happened there. Pixel then close in now, battling really close, but he doesn't have the advantage anymore. That's the thing, guys. The softs fall off a cliff after 7 or 8 laps. Like, that's why you saw everybody pitting. And here we go for the second round of the soft runners pitting as Todd starts it off. So these tires are probably gone, and Ruthful also, his tires are gone. We have to see what he can do on this last stint, what he decides to go for. So we have a yellow flag. Oh shit, what happened to Ruthful there? Oh my god. As Gary also retired, what the hell went on there? Oh boy. Well, Ruthful now losing quite a bit of positions. He might have spun because his tires might be done, so I don't know. Yeah, that is his race. At least pretty much compromised. Let's see. Also now Rinrin getting the better of him, as Roosevelt's tires are probably completely overheated. And now Luigi and Sabok back at it again at the front, battling it out, but Sebok with the older tires and now losing quite a bit of time. So Luigi, quite in an unfinished turn of events for other people. Luigi's back at it in P1 and actually lost quite a bit, got a bit decent gap behind him, Sebok, within 1.1 seconds, so roughly. So we have to see if that closes down and how the last stints will turn out. And when these guys want to pit, like, the mediums are not much better than the softs. You can do like 12 laps on them, but you don't really, like 14 and then like 12, 13, and then they pretty much start to drop off. Not as bad as the softs, but yeah, not great. So Russo now coming in for his pit stop, going on the mediums. He will want to finish the race on these tires, but he's already behind Zeltex, who also wants to finish the race on the tires he's on, as well as Adam. So he has to do some overtaking work, and actually the gaps have quite increased a bit. Now just 2 cars with the DRS, Motocross and Renan. Nobody gaining anything major. Renan now closing in on Pixel, but I question he gained anything significant. He has to pit very soon. He gets past with a much better exit on his traction. Maybe his softs are not that bad, but yeah, we have to see. I expect him to pit pretty soon. So Pixel now back in P6, and Motocross are trailing them. But yeah, that's about it. Not much going on. 13 cars on the track, and yeah, like half of the grid has to few penalties. Oh, Luigi gets a 3-second now. That puts Sebok right back in the game. Icewind is no threat from behind. He actually has 6 seconds. Meanwhile, he is kind of known to be a very quick driver, but if he's not trained, he's not the cleanest. So he's still fast, but not the cleanest, and that's what happens in. Oh, Jim actually gets a 5-second for speeding in the pit lanes. Actually, that is not included in the data I've just read up. So if I recall correctly, that was Rinrin and Jim, of course, and somebody else. I think Verk. I don't know. We have to see at the end, guys. There are coming a few penalties from speeding in the pit lane and other 5-second penalties, like Zotac scored for a corner cutting or something like that. I think they're not included as well, and can confirm. So my overview here that is not included in the overlay does not include that. So every number I just read does not include any 5 seconds. Well, meanwhile, to get a bit more interesting action, Pixel going at it at Rinrin having quite a bit of fight there. Motocross is still trading the guys, but not really gaining anything by staying behind them. Well, maybe he tries his luck in Sector 3. I would recommend not to. But either way, he stays behind. Yeah, probably a better idea. Rinrin's still going on in softs, but yeah, he has to pit, as well as Furious now comes into the pit lane exactly. And what does Rinrin do? He stays out. Okay, so I guess he's really committed to whatever he's planning to do. He's definitely committed to his tires at this point. Let's see his lap times. I think they have dropped quite a bit, Rinrin. So we have like his best timed one was a 1:39.5, something like that in his first, like in this stint, and he did 39s, and the last one was 1 second slower already. So I don't expect that much from him, but here we go. On the DRS straight is Ruthwell improves his fastest lap to 1:37.4. On the mediums, meanwhile, Pixie with a better exit gets past around the outside of Rinrin, Jim getting a 3-second, and Rinrin now fighting back. Let's see. He gets the DRS now because not like there's another detection point there which fucks up every move, and there he goes past again, and Pixie just like, yep, fuck you basically. That's what happens on Abu Dhabi, and that's why this track is just not great. Well, speaking of not great, Adam's race is turning out to be pretty good. Maybe we have to see on the pit stops. Let's change it to leader. So he's 21 seconds behind, so he's not really fighting for a podium, but he will probably get a few decent points. Rinrin now coming in after 10 laps, and he probably lost, like, he would have lost quite a few positions if he stayed out. He was lucky to defend it against Pixel, and Pixel also came in finally, also put on the softs as well as Rinrin. So Rinrin now on a 3-stop race, if I recall correctly. And soft, medium, soft, and now another soft stint. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he pitted right after putting with the mediums now. Going through all the soft sets he had in the qualifying. He actually didn't put in a lot of laps, so these are fresh tires, guys. Let's see what he can achieve. Meanwhile, Motocrosser and Verk battling it on, with Verk getting the better of Motocrosser. So Red Bull and Toro Rosso. Oh, at the moment, Toro Rosso looking much better with a P3 and a P5. Well, but Rinrin has pitted, the other guys haven't. So Sebok now with the 13 laps of tires. I guess he wants to pit now. He can put on the softs and finish the race, or he can put on mediums and actually burn through some rubber without risking a lot, but he stays up for another lap, so I guess he wants to put on the softs. Meanwhile, Icewind now comes in. Does he go for the softs? I guess he goes for the softs. 7 laps with the softs is not that big of a deal. So, and there they are, exactly. So, okay, we have our first stopper, and Adam actually gains a position. So the Zotacs gain a position. I guess no, he's way too far behind. But Adam in P5 now, and then everybody ahead of him has to pit again, but the gap is still pretty big to Luigi. That is leader, guys. Don't watch out, that's not in the I can switch back, so now we can see Motocross and Work, of course, going at it again. Wait, what's going on? Okay, yeah, side by side to the S's you could call them, but like the chicane or whatever, the boring, like the annoying part of the track, as Work gets the DRS on the second straight, gets the better of Motocrosser. So Motocrosser tried to go around Work, but couldn't really manage now. Todd, seeing what he can do on Adam, he actually gets past as Adam locks up a bit, but fair racing to them, good job. And Legend of Toth now ahead of him, so that's the first car that will finish the race on their tires. So Furious trailing him really close, he also will finish the race on his medium, so he should defend as much as he can, also backing up all the other guys, but probably not the greatest idea if you gain more on the guys that are ahead of you at the moment, so yeah, that is pretty hard to call. Meanwhile, well, Furious just gets the much better exit and actually blasts past him and start finish straight like that. That's usually not even an overtaking chance, but yeah, if you have such a big tire advantage, fresh mediums versus halfly rundown softs, that is yeah, not a big deal. Also, Adam has quite some connections, so maybe that have helped. He is lagging quite a bit backwards, so Icewind now chasing down Furious. Icewind able to finish the race on these tires, of course. And Ozan as well, Pixel, yeah, with a bit of stretching. So, and Jim, of course, as well. So everybody ahead of Legend of Toth probably has to pit again if they could actually stretch it out really much. Work actually getting another penalty, so that is 6 seconds for him as well. The only one not having a penalty is Sebok, so, but he's not really set to win at the moment. The gap is too big, his tires are too gone. He's losing too much time to Luigi. Well, I think still, comparing to the rest of the grid, the only, like, that is a pretty stellar job. He might be my candidate for the driver of today. Todd's getting another penalty, so let's see if they actually pit again or if they don't. Like, if they wanted to pit, they should do it now, or should have at least pitted a bit earlier, but yeah. So Work now still trailed by Motocrosser, and Motocrosser tries to gain the better of him for a podium position. Season 1 Tier 2 champion, showing a great performance in the Tier 1 Season 2. Yeah. Let's see, he actually gets past, but now comes the interesting part. Okay, he loses the braking battle, but that might be for the better. If he actually gets a good exit, he gets DRS here. And can he do anything? Work covers the inside, but actually have to give it some room, and he actually... Ooh, that is some fine racing. Ooh, that was so great to watch. Sorry guys, I was just too amazed. That was pretty good. So Motocrosser went on the inside and actually got a bit ahead, just enough to push it through and force Verk to give him some space in the chicane, and that actually gave him the chance to overtake him. You know, like usually Verk, like if Verk was actually side by side or even ahead, he could just have cut the last part of the chicane, and motocrosser would have to just get lost. But just pushing that little bit on the braking spot, nailing the position, and forcing Verk wide. That was exactly what he needed to do to just get him a bit of leverage and then getting him moved on. But well, he actually lost get a decent gap, but Verk's still in DRS, or is he? Verk DRS wide open. Yep. So while motocrosser had the better exit, Verk still with DRS. The DRS detection point is before the corner, and with it actually got back into it. And Verk having the much better exit there actually. So Verk now still trailing. Meanwhile, Ozone, Truthful, and Furious battling a bit. Both with DRS. Ooh, there's a bit of contact. Russo pushing Furious a bit away from the track. I don't know. That looked a bit scary. I think it wasn't such a big deal. So yeah. Meanwhile, Toth in the theoretical DRS winner of Iceland, but DRS is quite a big, like half a lap away or something. So sector 3 is just a bit dull. It is actually decently fun to drive if you actually could see what's going on, but with the fucking boats everywhere, they don't see a shit. But well, either way, yeah. So Ruthful in P8, who would have thought, ahead of the race, and Sebok has lost quite a bit of time on Luigi, but these guys are committed to finish the race on these tires. Maybe Icewind can get the better of Verk or Motocrosser with his tire advantage, but we have to watch out. So that would be actually quite a stint on this on the mediums, like 21 laps. That is holy. There is 80% tire wear, something at least. So meanwhile, Ruthful with the DRS on Pixel, but Pixel with the better tires at the moment. Still losing a bit of time, but nothing too major. Meanwhile, Zotex, his strategy really hasn't worked out for him. Well, it was the best call he could do in the position after he lost the car and had the awful incident, but yeah. Well, too bad. Well, I don't know why Rinrin retired. I didn't catch that one at all. Yeah, well, shit that you miss when you're focused on commentating something else. Sorry. I guess one of you caught, and yeah. Well, either way, he will probably say something about it if needed. So, Pixel in the DRS, Icewind in the DRS of Verk. Now that gets interesting. Like the old strategies, the medium stretches versus the pitters on the softs. Like, what do you think, guys? Okay, that much reaction. Okay, awesome. Either way, actually, if you want to commentate, we would appreciate it as usual. And Icewind blasts past Verk now. Pretty easy job with his advantage. Like, there is no way Verk's gonna fight that in a big manner. So Icewind said to actually gain a bit of positions there, but with his penalties he will not gain that much. He's actually, yeah, he's actually the top runner matched with Jim, I think that is all furious. I'm not sure. No, it's Jim. Or is it... Yes, Jim and Icewind. This graphics is just bonkers. Either way. Yeah, Icewind and Jim have 9 seconds, so there are a few 6 seconds, like basically everybody in between them, as well as the Zotacs. So yeah, like, oh, actually there's the other Mercedes, the Ruthwell also has 9 seconds. So everybody from Icewind till the end has at least 6 seconds of penalties, and Icewind, Ruthful and Jim actually have 9 seconds, so we could say that's just 0, but that actually makes it impossible to gain the podium, as the top runners have 3, 0 and 3, so Motocross and Luigi doing a decent job, and Sebok a fantastic job, but yeah, he is probably losing quite a bit of time. Let's see how his tires have developed. I guess not very good. Sebok times. Yeah, he is dropping off a cliff. Look at that, 145s in lap 20 and now 142. Holy moly. Yeah, he's losing quite a bit of time. Like, that is about 1.5 to 2 seconds per lap, and he's stretching his tires for 10 to 12 laps. That is a pit stop, guys. That is a pit stop. Like, around 20-22 seconds might be the pit stop, and yeah, that is also the mental advantage. Like, you actually lose faith while with the lost tires and gone tires, and while you gain faith, and Verk has retired. Okay, that is too bad for him, I guess. Did he put it in the wall? Let's watch out. Jim now coming past, and after all, Jim getting the better of Verk in the end. Well, so that actually helps Zotacs to get closer to the points, but not really into them. Too bad for him today. Meanwhile, Motocrosser now behind the sitting duck of Sebok. There he put himself in a really tough position. Really tough, as well as Icewind. Actually both, holy shit, 3 wides into the... Holy moly, guys! Calm down, as Icewind gets another 3 seconds for cutting the part of the corner. And actually Sebok coming out the best with a decent line there. Holy moly. Okay, Icewind and Motocross are now trying to get... What are these guys doing? And this is fantastic. So, the one that shot past and kind of missed his braking spot was Icewind on the soft tires. He tried to gamble on this tire advantage, but locked up and didn't make it happen. And overshot, and it was just fantastic to watch that. Then he cut the inside, and that's how he got the other second penalty. But yeah, Luigi now finishing the race in P1. Congratulations, as we watch these guys battling it out. No way Sebok's gonna lose the positions because of penalties. And there we go, Motocrosser gets the better of Icewind. Icewind actually losing quite a lot of positions. Holy moly, that is the decent great result for Pixar, of course. And also coming back to P6, that is the decent result I was referring to. So Icewind dropping to P7, that is rough. He gained so many penalties in the end. So let's see the 5 seconds coming in now, as Jim is now on P10. Zotacs actually jumping him, and Adam, I don't know what happened to Adam, why he was shown 11th. I guess he jumped Jim. So Jim actually finishing outside the points with the amount of penalties he got in the end, but well, either way. That was the United Arab Emirates Grand Prix. Yeah, congrats to Luigi, of course. Congrats to Sebok for P2. I think Driver of the day. That is pretty hard. I think it is fair to go to Luigi. At this point, I'm not sure if he got it last week as well, but when he's off to a good start is for sure. As getting a P2 last week and then winning this Grand Prix from start to finish, no questions asked. Oh, motocross are gaining quite a bit. I didn't catch that one. Like, lost it from P11 to P3, I think. Now that my question is answered, the one stop from soft to medium actually proven to be quite good. But did he do that? No, actually he did. Holy moly! Okay, so he stretched his softs to 10 laps and then finished it off with the mediums. So that is possible, but he also dropped quite a bit of time in the end. You can see at both stints it wasn't really great, losing quite a bit of time. Look at that, like lap 6, 7 there was like they were already dropping, and then yeah, it didn't never return. So yeah, but fantastic result by him, congratulations. So yeah guys, I've actually wanting to get a bit of water, so I'm gonna see if we have some interviews, but apart from that I'm gonna mute and get a bit of water. Be right back.
Hey.
Hi. Yeah, we're back, sorry. Actually, just for a little update for you, my commentator just dropped out. I think he has some connection issues, so
Okay.
yeah. I actually had to take a break and get a drip of water because I was commentating like at least half the race alone, and
Oh
yeah,
man.
now I have a dry mouth, so I'm not gonna ask too much. Just if you want to say something, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Great race,
Well,
congratulations.
thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was pretty fun the first 10, I guess. But then obviously Rothful went for the 2 stops, which I thought at the time, well, that's it. There's no way he makes it. You know, he's not gonna beat me if he goes for the 2 stops. But then I spun. I spun on soft. I was like, "Oh god!" And I lost 11 seconds. And as soon as I entered the pit, I saw him getting past me. So I'm like, he should come out at literally the same. If we have the same pace, we should come out together, and it's gonna be a fight till the end, you know. But then that
Yeah.
wonderful safety car came in, and then you know, I was kind of realized, I was like, well, all the guys in front of me have to pit. Till my teammate told me, well, no, 2 guys in front of you already pitted. I'm like, what? And you know, it wouldn't be an issue normally because like their tire wear, they would have probably got a puncture, you know, if it wasn't for that safety car.
Yeah.
But there was a safety car, so it became an issue, and I had to get past them. And at the beginning, I was kind of stressed. I couldn't really get past, and then you know, obviously Icewind lost it, and then
Yeah.
Seabach was a pretty easy moves from there.
Yeah, he had quite a bit of tire disadvantage, but
Yeah.
yeah, he also like, although he trailed you guys in the beginning, he used quite a bit more of ERS, burning through his yeah, like all his ERS he had. So after the soft stint, like where you had around 70% ERS or something, he was actually at like 10.
Yeah,
So
I think I managed my ERS pretty well this race. Pretty happy with it. It turned out pretty well.
yeah,
Too bad
yeah.
Ruffle had to lose it. He got pretty unlucky, but then I get the 2-stop is it's kind of, it's a sketchy strategy. It works really if there's no safety car.
Yeah, yeah. I think actually the soft medium is probably a very risky strategy to pull off because
Yeah.
yeah, like I've watched Sabok and he has lost, like he pitted a bit early for the one-stop soft medium. So he pitted like lap 7 or something if I recall correctly, so that is pretty early. And
Yeah, no, I got really lucky with Tyre. Lap 7, he would have for sure, if there was no safety car, he would have never made it. Never. He would have got a puncture. Like literally, he would be sliding so much at the end, his tire would reach 100%.
yeah.
Because even me at the end, I was on 70%, and man, like literally Fast and Furious 3, it's Tokyo Drift out there, man. It's crazy. I could not brake without almost doing a 360. It's really crazy. You cannot lift, otherwise the grip just completely goes, and it's always on edge at the end.
Yeah, you have to shift the brake bias quite a bit backwards, and then it
Yeah,
gets a bit better, but not that much, and you lose so much time.
it's
Yeah,
crazy. But then you just gotta hope that everybody is either on worse tires or the same, you know.
yeah, but like
Obviously, I had that gap, so I didn't really worry. But if there was like Rothfull behind me, it would have been a crazy last few laps, man.
exactly. So I
Especially with
think
the penalty and
like
pickup.
yeah, I said in the race like I actually looked at Sabok's lap times, and he actually tended to, like he started dropping like 1.5 to even more time per lap after like lap 20. Yeah, so
Yeah,
and then there were 8 laps of and dropping 1.5 seconds, and that's 12 to 15 seconds. And yeah, depending on the situation, like if somebody hands you down the mental game, that can be a pit stop and actually losing a position. And well,
yeah, for sure.
if somebody gets close to you, you're just sitting duck there and can't do shit. Like
Mm.
you can see that in race with I don't know who Icewind passed. That was
Yeah,
P4. Might be Pixel, and he passed him on track but lost the position because of penalties. But yeah, he like Pixel was a sitting duck. He couldn't do shit. I think it was Pixel. I'm not sure. Either
yeah.
way.
Well, overall, I think I got pretty lucky. Things finally turned on my way in a race, and that literally never happens, man. You have no idea. I always have to make the best out of a horrible situation. But that was a pretty good one. I'm satisfied with it.
Yeah, yeah. I can imagine. Like there was hardly any competition to the end. Like that was kind of
Well,
interesting.
that was truthful. It was really like I felt at the beginning of the race, like I saw his qualifying time. Like I got a pretty fire time. Not that
Yeah.
great when you compare to what I can do, but like I was like, oh, okay, and he would just not leave me the first few laps, and I was like, man, this is gonna be an issue. Like I know he's pretty fast in sector 1. Thanks God there's those straights.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was gonna be a very fun race. Obviously, when you can keep up with the guy in front and you're pretty good on bad tires, let's say, it can be very very fun. But then I saw him pit, and I thought, well, he kind of fucked it up. It's kind of over because theoretically the one stop is gonna be like 6 seconds, 10 seconds faster.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and
Well,
poor him, he got a safety car as well, and then he just lost it. So it went from a pretty good race to a very, very unlucky day for Ruthful. But I think the next racers are going to be very, very nice. I was afraid there was going to be no competition with RF not racing, Rin barely practicing and all.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a cool surprise. I'm glad. I hope he can race a lot, because I heard he misses a lot of race. So
Yeah, yeah. I also was kind of surprised with Gordon. He was on no show today. I don't know why. Usually he's a bit better, but yeah. Well, happens. He's not off with a great start defending his championship, so he has to see. You probably take that. You're off with a fantastic start, yeah. To point out, like
well, yeah.
P2 and P1 now. That is pretty great. Well, you wanna add something?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for
so-
watching.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna wrap it here, guys. I just need a break from talking. Sorry.
Oh man, poor you.
Yeah, it's okay. That shit happens, but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment if you liked it. Give a like. If you disliked, leave a dislike, and also tell us what we can improve on. That also helps a lot. We actually stream on 2 platforms now. I hope. Well, at least I did today. So we're on Twitch and on YouTube. You can find both channels in the description on YouTube. I hope it's linked on Twitch somewhere, I guess. I didn't set that one up, but either way. So yeah, so the like and crap is for YouTube. Subscribe on Twitch if you enjoy. Get the proper announcements and don't need that crap from YouTube, that the bell stuff. Nobody knows how that shit works. Either way, yeah. See you next time, and have a great evening.
See ya.
Yeah, bye.